don't stress about it feeling forced, and don't stress if for some reason you can't have that conversation.
Right.
There's a little bit of this where you do have to be aggressive and hungry, but at the same time, it's going to naturally happen, and it's a grind.
But is it like, so you said it's a feeding frenzy. So like at the end of the thing, they're sitting there for questions, and people like, do they start lining up, or like it just seems, I'm trying to remember back, like it was so long ago for me, what it was like. I mean, I didn't even know what I was doing. I don't even think I maybe had one-on-one with like an associate, and it wasn't even a one-on-one. It was like one-on with 3 people standing around them.
No, it was very much what you just described, where it was, the session would end, there'd be a little bit of Q&A with a mic passed around the room, and then the first 15 minutes, all the students would stand up, 20% would leave, 80% would rush around like the 3 or 4 bankers that had come. I found if you waited it out long enough, and so long as it's not like it was an hour after the thing ended, and the bankers were like really looking to get back home and get back to their pitch decks and stuff like that, if you waited it out, the group would slowly whittle down to a point where you could at least have a real conversation with someone and just say, hey, so-and-so, like, really enjoyed it, XYZ that you said actually, related to this that I'm learning in class, or I found it really interesting. Now might not be the right time, but if we can find a way to stay in touch ahead of recruiting, I'd love to do that. And if you got a card out of that, that was like the perfect in.
Yeah. And you kind of leave it at that. You don't necessarily, if they seem like engaged, then you can continue it. But if they seem like they need to get out of there, then you let it be.